Hello everybody, this is Brent, the EdTech principal at EdTech.tv. Today I want to ask a question that goes around quite a lot, which is what kind of learners are your students? You often hear about these sensory perceptions and, are my students visual learners? Are they auditory learners or are they kinesthetic learners, right? And you'll hear this a lot and there's a lot of different debate about it, but the latest research seems to show that we're all visual. Now, that's not to discount the other senses, but the core one is visual. And we also know, and we see this a lot because social media is moving towards more and more visual formatting. You probably have noticed this with whatever you're using. They're all focusing on the pictures more and less on the text, and there's not really much in terms of audio social media. But also in schools, we're talking about storytelling, right? It's the buzzword you hear. Oh, we got to do storytelling. Storytelling is so important. So why don't we combine them, make them all together? And we're going to do that today with a great app called Comic Life. Now, I've known about Comic Life for quite a long time. I was actually introduced to it by a very long time ago. They were giving it away for free with Macs. They had a deal with Apple. And it's really, really excellent, and it's grown a lot since then, so let's take a look at it. Okay, so Comic Life is available for your Mac, your PC, or also for the iPad. Today we're going to take a look at it on the Mac, but any way you want to look at it is great. The first thing you'll notice is that there's all these different sections here. There's scripts. We're going to skip right over those and go directly into comics. Now you can see there's all these different templates here, really, interesting selection of templates. I think there's about 30 something in here. And then once you go inside, there's endless more inside. So you have a huge selection and you can choose kind of what area you want to go into. So let's say, for us, we're going to go into education. Well, now we have, early writers, newspapers, science reports, writing, and a yearbook. Here, let's say we're going to look at the newspaper template. I cannot tell you how much time I have wasted, and by wasted I mean that in the friendliest way, creating newspaper outlines for students in classes, trying to make something really fun for the students and putting their work together. But I spent so much time in Microsoft Word or whatever trying to make it look good. Here, they've already given me all the templates, so all I have to do is plug in the information. So let's take a look. Let's say that the name of it is EdTech.tv news. All you have to do is double click on any of the text parts and it'll tell you exactly what's happening. So my headline here. So now Brent runs for president. Okay. I can even change the little sub headlines. And the date, of course. And here I could just plug in an entire article. I mean, it really gets super easy. Now look at this. You might notice that the size of this has gotten a little too big. So I do want to fix that. And I'll just do that by clicking on smaller right here until it's the size that I want it. Now, when I go to a picture, I can load pictures in from my iPhoto library, from pictures that I've downloaded onto my desktop. You can even go into, internet. You can go into Flickr and things like that. But check out down here, it says pictures and it also says camera. So on this particular desktop setup, I don't have a lot of pictures that I can use because this is the one that I use for the trainings for this website. But I can use the camera. So let's take a look at that. If I switch to camera, here's me with the microphone. Now I've frozen that picture and all I have to do is drag it right into where I want. Now check out also what it does. It instantly stylizes the picture. So it's kind of that black and white newspaper look. I can slide the level to make it stronger, weaker. One quick tip is that if you don't like how the picture looks, let's say that this kind of gradated, pixelated look is not good for me. I don't like it here. I can double click on this and it'll tell me what style I'm using. Now, the picture style will depend on the template that you've chosen, but you can work outside of it. So this is not going to give me any other options in my style panel here. But if I go over to the inspector and then I click on the image button up here, I have all of these different filters that I can choose from down below. So maybe I want to change it to a painted look, or maybe I want to change it to this color retro look. Obviously the lighting in the picture that I took is not the best, but you can kind of get the idea. As I change the level, it kind of changes how it looks a little bit. I can invert it. I can colorize it based on a certain color or theme. Maybe if you want to kind of keep it with your school colors type of theme. You can do a lot of different things, and that's just right there hidden in the inspector. So again, click on the inspector button and then the images tab right here, and you can mess around with the different image filters. Now, one important thing is that I don't want you to feel like you're limited to, just making a newspaper or a yearbook. You can really use this for anything, and you got to check out all of these little sections individually. So let's say I wanted to do a how-to and make this a homework assignment for some of my students. I can double click on this one, and you can already see right here, it's laid out everything, so all they have to do is plug in the information. Here is how to, whatever it is, create a diagram, right? A Venn diagram. And you can maybe say, change this text and say, draw a big circle. And then in here, you would replace this with an image of a circle. Actually, instead of putting in a picture, I'm going to insert a shape. So I go up to insert and I go to shape and I'll say oval. And there's my oval in there, right? And then I'll say draw an overlapping circle. And I can, again, right here, I can insert and I can Control C and Control V, and now I've got an overlapping circle. Now you might notice that this is not working as a Venn diagram, so I can go to the inspector and I can click right here on the graphic and remove the fill. Then I can take both of these, click on the one, hold down Shift and click on the other one, Command C, Command V, drag them right into place, and then fill in your information. So, maybe I can put in a little bit of text. A. And look how it makes it all nice and comic-y for me. And I'll click on lettering again. I'll say B. And I'll do one more that says C. I'll just click and drag it right to where I want it to go. And that is it. So obviously this is a really, really simple example, but you can kind of get the idea of what's possible. Now over here, a lot more extra templates. So let's say I wanted to kind of create a second one here. I can drag it right over here. And now I've got extra numbers, extra things to do. I could also do a blank one. And I could fill in, whatever I want to do in here. Finally, just to show the true versatility, we're just going to go with the regular comics and choose a blank one. And look at all these layouts up here, all these different possibilities. So let's say that I want this kind of layout here. There's nothing in it. It's just totally blank. It'll let the mind go free. You can choose the background style if you like something different looking. All these different options. You can start putting in, regular text here. and just click on it and drag it right to where you want it to go. Then you're going to go here. You can choose to put another picture in. I'm going to do the camera because, again, I don't have the best choices. And I can drag that over here. So now it looks like a horror story, but look at all the styles it's giving me options for here. So maybe I want to pick this kind of green one, right? Kind of matrixy looking. Super cool stuff. Lots and lots to play around with, and really it's a matter of digging in and trying things out. Mess around with the styles up here, mess around with the inspector, and you can pretty much get anything that you want done. And that's a real fun playground for your students to figure things out and to feel free to explore whatever they want in a good, pedagogically sound storytelling way. So to wrap things up, we're going to get into your homework. The one thing to know is that Comic Life is not free, but you can get a free trial at Plask with a Q, PLASQ.com. Like I said, it is not free, so you do want to try it out and check it out. I am sure that once you start playing with it, you're going to love it, and you're going to make sure that you get it for yourself. You can also get it for your iPad, much cheaper. It's $5. That's the iOS version. And then what I'd recommend is that if and when you do like it, you go ahead and convince your school to buy licenses for your computers. There is an educator's discount, and really they're working real hard for schools. I talked to these guys at the Q conference recently. Really nice people. They really work hard for everything. So I couldn't recommend them highly enough. As always, at the end, I would love it if you follow me. Twitter at EdTech.Principal. YouTube also EdTech.Principal, and then Facebook.com/EdTech.tv. I am out, and I am looking for you, and I'm waiting for you to come talk to me. So hope you guys have a good one, and I will talk to you soon.